I'm going to trick ChatGPT into creating my own model with my own work. Words I feel like I shouldn't have to say. But we're here, so that's why I put these goggles on, because we're experimenting. It's an experiment. You know those things that you did in middle school and high school where you wrote a hypothesis and a thesis, and then the teacher was all like, I can't read your handwriting right now, so you end up in remedial math and then your parents send you away to boarding school? We're gonna be experimenting. Now, before you go all, hey, not cool, AI steals from artists and you're supporting the devil. Yes, I'm aware of the concerns around this, which is why I'm not gonna do what bad guys do. Should be easy not to steal, or at least I feel like it should be easy not to steal.
Istole art.
And not be creepy. We're gonna be taking this image that I drew with my own left hand and turning it into this. And we're gonna do it with the power of AI.
Okay, I'm kind of using the concept of trick ChatGPT to sound cool and buzzworthy. The reality is, I'm just trying to create my own reference library with my own art, my own shaders, my own rules, in hopes that I'll limit really what ChatGPT references elsewhere. And while kind of, speeding up my workflow.
Wow, there goes our sweet clickbait title. Well, anyway, you kind of get what's going on here. We're going to use projects. If you're not familiar, it's this section of ChatGPT where you can organize prompts, assets, and instructions into one neat little cute folder.
Just look at that folder, so cute.
But before we build out our project, we're going to need some art. So we're going to start in Fresco, one of my favorite apps, and create a vector illustration. Just a quick drawing of a cartoon character, nothing crazy, flat, boring, totally done this way on purpose. On to step 2. Paint the shader. This is where we add texture, light fall off, and all that other fun stuff. I'm still in Adobe Fresco. I'm just using the pixel and the live brushes to do this, but hey, feel free to get creative. You can also make a shader in something else, like, I don't know, let's say Cinema 4D? Which brings me to my next point. This idea of using shaders kind of comes from a 3D workflow. You might already be familiar with it, but it's basically where you take a texture and you apply it to your model so that it looks a specific way. We're doing the same thing, we're just using the shader and applying it to a 2D illustration instead of like a 3D object. Step 3, upload the shader you made to ChatGPT and make sure you drop it in the project that you created. Once you do that, you're gonna have it commit the look. I usually have it describe back to me what it sees and then fine tune it if something feels off. AIs aren't always right. I feel like I shouldn't have to say that, but people brains are squishy. Step 4, I know there's a lot of steps here. We're almost done, I promise. Step 4, upload your illustration, describe what's in your illustration using your words, and let ChatGPT fully render it in the shader's style. For extra credit, you could use the shader reference in your project's instructions. This way, you have a well-organized point of reference, and you can make a ton of these. Boom, step 5. Now you have an image.
Oh, wow.
You could totally stop here if you want, or you could go even further. If you really want to go any further, you could take that final result, drop it into Google Flow, and animate it with a simple prompt. Keyword here being simple. I found if you give it too much direction, it can get kind of super weird. So keep it simple. You don't have to do much. And just like that, you'll have a fully rendered movie file, or as they call it in the industry, a .mov. So what else can we do with this workflow? Because it's not just for making one cool video. I'm imagining game assets, more animated shorts, something new that we can't even comprehend yet. The point is, this is your vision, your art, your creativity, just rendered a little faster. It still needs you. What's that Rick Rubin quote from the Creative Act? You know, the book you always see in the background of every art influencer's lifestyle post? No matter what tools you use to create, the true instrument is you. What I'm getting at here is this is just a piece of software. It needs a true artist to bring the creativity, because without you, it has none. And while a lot of folks out there will disagree, then leave a comment. Let's have a conversation. You know, talk about it like human beings. So, this is the end of the video. I don't know. Click a button somewhere that does something. See ya.